All right, tonight I'm gonna put out an unedited video just because I got a wild hair. So I don't know if you guys, if you know about Dettling and if you know about the gold wax. So when Seth puts his gold wax on a bottle, that's something that he signed off on. That's a barrel that he said, that is the best of the best, cream of the crop. So this is a 72-month Dettling product that got the gold wax. I've tried it for a couple nights. Every time I try it, I'm blown away. So I was like, could it hold a candle to some of the heavy hitters? Can it hold a candle to George T. Stagg 23? The proofs don't match up. So Seth's stuff's gonna be around 107, 53.4. Stagg's gonna be 135. I've had these glasses poured for a little bit. They're resting. So this is the Stagg. You see the color on it. That's the Dettling. That's the comparison in the two. And I'm sorry, that glass right there is filthy. But look at the colors. That Dettling is so dark. I'm gonna put them side by side. What the heck? We'll give George T. Stagg the first nose because, I mean, it should be the reigning champ, right? And I'm gonna tell you right now, George T. Stagg has been my favorite whiskey this year of 24, the 23 version. And on the nose, I mean, it still doesn't fail. It's phenomenal. It's got that sweet, dark fruit, dark sugars, that body. I love it. And I'm a homer. I mean, I love Seth Dettling. I love his product. But there's just no denying it. Like, it's phenomenal. Oh, my goodness. So on the nose, Seth's stuff is more caramely, chocolatey. It's got some dark fruit to it. As far as being viscous, I feel like his is more viscous. Y'all, we're talking about a 6-year Alabama product and a 15-year Kentucky product that I am not throwing shade at because I love this whiskey. So we'll give George T. Stagg the first palate. Cheers. Immediately I get sweet oak, rolls into some dark fruits, finishes with some fruit. Probably one of the longest finishing whiskeys that I've had this year. You pick up on the rye. You pick up on the proof. It does not just hit you in the face with proof. Delicious. I mean, that is just a phenomenal whiskey that's aged in the bottom of a Buffalo Trace rickhouse. Then we'll go to the lower proof, the lower age statement, Dettling from Alabama. Oh. So this thing comes on like, it just keeps opening up. Obviously, it's a little smoother because of the less proof, but that flavor is not like it. I mean, we're talking about a single barrel strength product, double oaked. It's still finishing. You get chocolate, you get tobacco, you get hints of dark fruit. That finish is still going. On the backside, it's still sweet. There's a little bit of hug. It's not like, there's no bitterness to it. There's no leatheriness to it like you would with the Russell's 15, if you will. And we'll go back to the Stagg. We'll give them 2 apiece. Man, there's a lot to be said for that. A lot to be said for George T. Stagg. My goodness. What I will say is it's lacking in mouthfeel for me to the Dettling. but that finish and that flavor profile and that proof, because I love proof. I like that. And we'll give Dettling one more. It smells so good. Okay, so what are we judging here, right? For me, I'm judging the overall enjoyment of the whiskey. What's the flavor profile? Do I like it? Does it nose well? Does it start well in the palate? Does it mid palate and finish well? That Dettling has a long finish. I'm gonna say it's gonna depend on what you like. If you're a true proof guy, that George T. Stagg is where it's at. If you're an overall flavor, finish, long-lasting finish, that Dettling's where it's at. Like, guys, this is a product that you can't sleep on. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. His 53 and 54 month stuff doesn't hold a candle to this gold wax, and he's got more of these coming. And he's learned a lot since this bottle, but that there's a lot to be said for that. Like, oh, that mouthfeel is oily, buttery, dark sugars, tobacco, like a storyteller, right? Like, it just keeps coming. If you want to talk about overall complexity, it's the Dettling. If you want to talk about proof, great flavor profile, right? Like, wonderful finish. It's going to be up to you guys. If I had to choose between the two, my only whiskey for the rest of my life, it'd be tough. I think by a frog hair. I'm going to put Dettling right there. That's just me. If you guys have the chance to try this, or if you know me and you can come by and try it, come by. Do the comparison. Do this. Tell me what you think. Like, maybe I'm just a homer. Maybe I just like my hometown. But I promise you can't deny it. You cannot deny that. I'm telling you, that George C. Stagg has my heart. The Dettling has my heart. It'd be hard to choose between the two. It would take me a minute. But what is that saying? We're talking about a 6-year Alabama product made by somebody that just started 10 years ago. Never made whiskey before. His ancestors made Kirsch and stuff overseas. He didn't. Then you're talking about George C. Stagg that's been made forever, right? And is aged in the bottom of a rick house for 15 years. Like, sought after $600, $700, $800 a bottle, upwards if you get the older ones. And you're talking about in the ABC stores here in Alabama, $120 bottle for Dettling. I mean, if you guys want to challenge me on it, come see me. Alabaster, Alabama, come see me. I have the 2 bottles. We'll sit down. We'll blind them. I'll pour them for you. You won't know what's what. And you tell me, because I don't want to feel like I'm leading you wrong, but I'm telling you right now, Dettling is on to something serious. And they got a rye coming out this summer. It's not going to be a sleeper. It's going to knock some socks off. So that's my take on it. Whew, that's good. That is good. 2 totally different whiskeys. I just wanted to make a point in the fact that what we're all chasing on secondary versus, you probably said chase this on secondary too, because you're not going to find it otherwise. I got lucky and got this in an ABC store when it released. They released 4 cases. By the time I found out, moments later, there's 4 bottles. And I got one of the 4. But I know my buddies that have the other 3 bottles, so we get this one depleted too quickly, I'll go begging for pours. But that's my 2 cents on it. Till the next time, let the whiskey and friendship flow. Cheers.